Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial. This is the first of the theory tutorials that's connected with playing the guitar. Now in this tutorial I'm going to go through what notes are where, essentially. If you've tuned your guitar correctly, that's great. If you haven't, watch the first of my guitar playing tutorials and you'll learn how to tune it there. When you've done that, come back and watch this tutorial. If you have, then great. You don't need to do that, so yeah, let's carry on, shall we? Okay, now if you've watched it or not, you should know the other tutorial. You should know that the bottom E string, and by bottom I mean bottom in pitch, so it's the top as you have a look at it, is an E, and it will always be an E unless you do a funny tuning. But that is an E. Now in a scale, you have E followed by F, followed by F sharp, followed by G. Now, the reason you've got an F sharp between the F and the G, but you don't have an E sharp between the E and the F, is to do with how scales sound and how many tones you have in the scale, which I'm not going to explain in this tutorial. So we've got the E, which is an open string, and if you play it, you should hear a similar sound to mine. If not, one of us is slightly out of tune, but I think I'm just about okay. Then we have an F, which is a first fret, and that is a semitone. That's called a semitone. So one fret is a semitone. Then we've got F sharp, G, G sharp, then we've got A. Now if you remember, or if you know, A is the same as the next string, so those notes should be the same. Then you've got A, B, again, between, no, I got that wrong, didn't I? Yeah, you've got B flat, or A sharp if you prefer to call it A sharp. A sharp and B flat are the exactly the same notes, it's just different ways of saying them, and it's generally, which one you choose is based on the key you're in. In this case we're not talking about any sorts of keys, so we could refer to it as B flat or A sharp. So that is A sharp or B flat. Then we've got B, then we've got C. Now again, from B to C, there's no sharp between them, and again that's the way scales work. We've got C, C sharp to D, and again you've got to the 5th fret, which is D, which is the same note as the 3rd string up in pitch, down if you look at it. So then you've got a D, D sharp, E, and then the same again. Don't get an E sharp, you go straight to an F. If you do hear someone talk about an E sharp, that they mean an F. So E sharp is the same as an F. F flat is the same as an E. You've got F sharp, G, and then you've got the G string, which is that one. G sharp, A sharp, B, then what would be B sharp is C, but I've just gone too far. B is where the next string starts, so that's the B string, which is the, you can't really see that very well, it's the 1, 2, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and then you get back to the E string, E, and then you're going all up again. So now you know what all of the notes are up to the 5th fret, or the 4th fret on the B string, so on the G string even, which is a B, and then you go up to C still. You'll notice that that note is a C, and that note is a C, and that's the pattern for an octave, unless you go through this the B string, in which case it does change slightly because of the tuning shape. The tuning shape, I say 5th, 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 4th, 5th. When you tune to the next string. That's what I mean by tuning shape. So that is the pattern for an octave. An octave is, if you put it in physics terms, it's the to go up an octave you half the frequency. Higher the frequency goes up, but you don't really need to know that, but you might be interested to. I've caught myself up. Okay, so and all of those were octaves. Then you okay, so that's great. We're going to go through intervals in another tutorial, but I just threw that in. Yeah, so yes, I hear you ask, what about the next up the string? Well, you just keep going. So when you get to A on the 5th fret of the E string, you just keep going A sharp, B, C, C sharp, and so on. On your guitar, there will probably be somewhere where there's 2 dots, and that means there's an octave. It's the 12th fret, so that means there are 12 semitones in an octave. 12 notes to an octave. That's all I wanted to cover in this tutorial. Keep watching the tutorials if you want to keep learning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.